Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. In this episode, we are going to be talking about Enai Noki Paayum Thota, the long-awaited film directed by Gautham Menon and starring Dhanush and Megha Akash. After a long time, after a really long time, we see a full-fledged romance on screen. Yes, last week we had Aditya Verma, but that was in a totally different zone. This is a proper romance, as in there is a boy, there is a girl, there is a friendship, a tentative friendship that turns into love gradually. You know how we use the word bloom when it comes to a love story. We say that the romance blooms between a couple. That's the feeling we get here of petal by petal unfurling, of different aspects of the story slowly blooming into a full-fledged relationship. Dhanush and Megha Akash play the boy and the girl. Megha Akash is very pretty. She fits the role. She's the right age. But her voice modulation, her dialogue delivery is not up to the mark, and I felt myself wondering what the relationship would have been like with a more experienced actor. But Dhanush is top notch. He has been in a great zone of late, Asuran being the most recent example. But this is a more delicate kind of acting because Gautham Menon flattens all the emotional moments. There are no real highs. There's a very sophisticated way of storytelling. So there are no outbursts of any kind, and this requires a special kind of talent. Like, I'm talking about the fact that this big tragedy happens and the camera stays focused on Dhanush's face, and you see a man who's not just sad but who's also processing the tragedy, still coming to grips with it. Gautham gives Dhanush the time to enact a small little character graph within that limited space. In fact, throughout the film, Gautham Menon gives a lot of time for the moments to breathe. We get Gautham's famous voiceovers, but for the first time, they don't feel like just inner thoughts, but also things that propel events by making us anticipate them. And there is also a proper reason for the voiceover, because both the first half and the second half begin with Dhanush being in a near-death situation, and he says that his life is flashing before his eyes, and the voiceover gives us the sense of a life flashing before the eyes, like he's actually remembering these things. But when we get to the second half, there is a slight change in the dynamics of the screenplay. First, we had a romance that's punctuated by the rhythms of an action thriller. In the second half, it's the reverse. Now we have the action thriller that's punctuated by little bits of romance. In theory, this sounds great, but this action thriller mode is very generic, and I found myself wishing that some of the emotional beats had been hit harder, especially Dhanush's relationship with his brother, played by M. Sasikumar. I had the same reaction actually that I did with Muthon, where I loved the love story, but I just felt that the gritty portions around it had been better. That's the exact same feeling I had here. Still, this is a very, very professional movie. It's smoothly shot, edited, put together, and scored by Darbuka Siva. And just watching Dhanush in the Maruvate sequence alone makes you look at an actor and how he can ace a performance zone in just a song sequence. The song fits so well in the situation, and Dhanush is so good here that whatever your feelings about the rest of the film, it works purely as an acting showcase. So that's it about Enai Noki Paayum Thota. The full review is up on the Film Companion website. If you like this video, do subscribe to Film Companion South, and see you soon at the movies.